British Championship, British Championship, 1984. And if you remember, fans, 2 years ago we had an interview with Tony Miles, who was the winner of the Torquay tournament. Of course, you remember the person who was most conspicuous by his absence that time was Nigel Short. Well, believe it or not, we have Nigel with us now. And surprise, surprise, he is the championship winner. Of course, defeating Tony Miles in the decisive game, which so upset Tony when he lost his next game as well. But anyway, Nigel, perhaps you'd like to say a few words as well.
Series of burps.
Right, okay, so I might as well go over my game against Tony. Because,
a bloody good game it was.
Yeah, it was a bloody good game. And this was in the well, somewhere about halfway through, and I was white. So I pushed my pawn in front of my king, 2 squares.
Can't you use the algebraic notation? They're familiar with it.
Yeah, E4.
E2, E4.
Right, and he played C6 because he was playing for a draw, I think. Right.
Well, he's gone, so he cannot dispute that. But you're also playing for a draw.
Yeah, I was also playing for a draw, so I went C4.
But you didn't tell him.
Yeah. Well, then he missed the opportunity of playing E5, but he went D5 instead.
Right.
So E takes D5, C takes D5, C takes D5. Springer F6. Yeah. Springer C3. Right.
Oui.
Yeah. Knight takes D5. Knight F3.
So
Knight C6. D4. Bishop G4. So far so good. It's a pretty normal position, but the only problem was I completely forgotten the theory at this time. So I spent the next hour and a half on my next few moves trying to remember what the hell I was supposed to do. So I seem to remember it involved the main line involved attacking his knight. So I went Queen B3. And he took on F3, and I got this lousy pawn formation, you know.
You got the 2 bishops.
Yeah, G takes F3. No, I remember some line where he went E6, but he didn't do that. He went Knight B6. No, I was stuck.
Now you were stuck again.
So I had to think again. A very difficult position. So I thought I'd develop my pieces. Bishop E3.
Yeah. If he played Knight takes D4, you would play, of course.
Bishop takes D4.
Queen takes D4.
Bishop B5 check.
That's strong. Very strong.
Yeah, it's good. I'd seen that.
You've seen that, good.
Yeah, I'm a very fine tactician.
Well, perhaps we'll have other examples of that in this game.
Okay, so he played E6, stopping D5.
Oh, shame.
Which is very clever of him. Then
This is theoretical novelty, is it?
No. Then I castled queenside, because I didn't want to castle kingside, because I'd already buggered up my pawns there, you see.
I'll erase that.
Right.
Okay, castle's queenside.
Right, then he got his bishop out on E7, and I went D5. Because I didn't like having an isolated pawn, so I thought...
As well as the doubled and
all
the others.
Yeah,
Get rid of one of the weaknesses.
Then he took with the pawn.
Yeah.
Bishop takes B6.
Now
you can take with the queen, which apparently he played against Ribley, but who cares?
How did he do against Ribley?
He drew.
He drew with Ribley.
So he went A takes B6.
I thought he was after a draw.
Yeah, well...
Perhaps he got optimistic by now. thought he could blow you away.
He was encouraged by the fact I spent so long, I think.
I see.
So then, after a takes b6, then came knight takes d5.
Oh, big threat, big threat.
Yeah.
You're threatening a discovery with the knight.
That's right.
Knight c7 check.
Threatening knight c7 check, winning his queen. Yeah.
No. You play queen takes knight
queen
again.
takes. Ah, yes. Very strong tactics.
What was the threat? Actually,
knight f6 check.
f6 check. That's
winning
right.
his queen.
So many discoveries.
Right. So
confused.
he castled because he hadn't seen the threat either. You see.
I don't believe that. This is the
Yeah.
British champion, 1980 something.
Yeah.
He missed it as well.
He missed the fact that I could play knight f6 check, winning his queen.
Why didn't you then?
Yeah, well, I didn't see it either, so I moved
The
my
bug mind on this British Championship play. I'm paying you for this now, of course. Right, so Rook G1.
G1. Yeah.
Right, okay. We didn't want to win too easily.
So then he saw the threats.
Yeah?
So he moved his bishop out to f6. Because then if I take on f6, he takes the queen. Because he avoids losing his queen.
Tactics again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do two things with one move.
Yeah.
Take the bishop, save the queen.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's what tactics is about, doing more than one thing with one move.
Exactly.
Yes, the secret of tactics.
Well, also, he's got a threat with his knighty thing on c6. And it's going to come in to d4 and sort of embarrass my queen. And
I can understand this.
Yeah.
And then if you move your queen to c4,
And then rook
c8, pinning.
Oh, yeah,
More
pin,
tactics.
Pin and win. Yeah.
This game is full of tactics.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more exciting than Tony's game from 2 years ago.
Oh, fantastic. Right. Then I seen this threat, so I thought I'd stop it. I moved my rook up.
I really
To
like that
G4.
move, actually.
G4,
I really like.
yeah.
This is a sort of Capablanca move. He always used his rook sideways.
That's right.
I think it's a class move. You know.
Yeah. Oh, important phone call.
Important phone call. Hang on a second. Nigel's about to disappear.
The original player, I think Nigel Short is.
Yeah.
Born genius.
Don't call me it.
Yeah, Nigel Shaw's just gone to make a phone call, so we've got Julian Hodgson, one of his erstwhile rivals, here on the phone. Now, Tony, would you class yourself as a has-been after this tournament?
Before it, perhaps.
Why, what did you do before it? Oh, you came second in
I made a
Asia.
tape for you.
Well, Claire, what successes have you had on and off the board in the tournament? Claire? Can you give me an account of them, or is it too personal? No, we're not going to get much out of Claire tonight either. From the way she's knocking it back, I'm not surprised. Well, as Nigel has unfortunately been taken away from us for a little while, being embalmed, we are now his bust is being made. We're now being treated to a game by Julian Hodgson, who was once rival to Short, in the same way that Short was once a rival to Kasparov. And we have a similar sort of relationship between Nigel and Julian. But Julian did play a good game in this tournament against Spielman, who was a very dangerous player, but Julian made him look like a tyro. Let's see this game, Julian.
Well, before I just begin my commentary on this game, I'd just like to say my score against Spielman in my previous 5 games has been half out of 5. So
Better than me.
Well, better than you, Michael, but in all fairness, that is not saying a lot. But I did feel in trouble. So I opened with pawn to king 4. And I prepared for pawn to queen bishop 4 and pawn to queen bishop 3, but he went pawn to king 3.
Pawn to king 3.
Do you want to speak now or break?
Either will do. My pupil are bilingual, very educated.
So in this position, I dominated the centre with d4.
2 pawns in centre,
John,
yes.
knowing a bit about the opening, played d5. And now, I realise that someone told me before the game, I think it was Mark Hebden, that Kate, whatever,
A6,
he told me that John Spielman hates to be attacked.
Yeah.
So I thought I would...
Especially on a dark night.
Especially on a dark night. So I thought I'd try and mug him. And I played my pawn to king 5.
Excellent.
It's a good move.
Yes.
It's a good move.
Saves your pawn for
You
a
would have
start.
played g4 in this position, Michael, but that's another story.
No, I'd have played it earlier, I'm afraid.
So now he played thematic pawn to queen bishop 4.
Yeah.
And now I played a slightly unusual move. I sacrificed a pawn. Can I have a big round of
Because he
applause?
hates to be attacked.
Because he hates to be attacked.
Good idea.
I played knight to king bishop 3. Now this is a rather little line, but it's not so bad.
Second told you it.
He played c takes d4,
Immediately knocking off the pawn.
immediately taking the pawn, and now the pawn sacrifice, bishop d3.
Efficiency with the blockade of the pawn of d4.
Exactly.
Excellent. And now play Alan Nimzovich.
Alan Nimzovich. Knight c6. I castled. And now in this position there are many moves for black. And Spielman probably chose the sharpest. I have a
As
pawn-
we would expect
As
from
we would
Spielman.
expect, because whatever people say about John Spielman, he is an aggressive player. He does like to go for it.
You know, he's the most disconcerting player as well. I mean, when he's got a winning position and he's sacrificing all his pieces against you, he has a habit of walking around the board like a caged lion.
Yes.
He's
He
really,
is.
he's really got bad manners.
Fortunately, I had my shotgun with me. Anyway, pawn to king bishop 3, and he's immediately contesting the centre. And now, I had prepared before for a game, and I decided the best thing to do was queen e2. It was the best move.
Right.
And now he played f takes e5. I took back with a knight. Knight takes e5. And now this is quite an interesting position. One possible line is knight takes e5.
Yeah.
Queen takes e5. Knight f6. And then I play bishop b5 check. And this forces king f7.
Why not bishop d7, Julian?
Then queen takes e6, Michael. Check.
Oh, yeah. Didn't see that.
I used to be a tactician. Now I'm an alcoholic.
King
So he
f7.
went king f7.
You mean this actually happened?
No, it didn't. But I'm just showing you a line.
He might go.
And this position is assessed to be unclear.
Yes.
But it's king's move, and I've been told that's a bad thing. So
Could well be. As long
But
as you can keep the blockade on those dark squares,
But actually-
you know, them black squares.
Dumb black squad.
Them black squares.
Actually,
Okay.
John.
No, wait, we better replace the pieces for the benefit of the rabbits. Now, king on e8, pawn on f7, white pawn on e5, black knight c6, black pawn f6. We're going to continue the game from there.
Well, actually, John did take the pawn,
Oh, he did. Yes.
and after knight takes e5, I'm threatening queen h5 check. So he just stopped it with knight f6.
That's good. It develops as well.
And now the Nimzovich theory is blockade. No, it's restrain,
Yeah.
blockade, and destroy.
Destroy.
So the first part is to
is to
restrain.
destroy. No.
So I played bishop f4.
Could you give me a glass of wine? I'd be most grateful if you could. White. I'd be eternally grateful. Thank you. Go on for Julian too.
I mean, as well, please. Yeah. And a cigar as well. I'll pay you for it.
Come on.
So now he went bishop d6. And really, the critical thing about this position is e5 square. If black can play e5, he's clearly better.
There's a piece on that.
I know there's a piece on it,
So he
Michael,
can't play it.
but if he can attack it more than I can defend it,
Yes.
then he's better. So it's very important.
To maintain control of that square. So what did you do to maintain
Well, I
control?
played my knight to d2,
Yes.
and after he castled, I went knight f3. And so I have 3 of my pieces covering
I
e5.
must admit this is admirable play. I'm surprised you can play in such a primitive fashion
Well,
and get away
really,
with it, actually.
Michael, I should have really got my g-pawn up there before, but I've been a bit slow today.
Isn't your bishop slightly on f4?
It's a dodgy moat, as Joe Gallagher would say.
Dodgy mode. Dodgy mode.
now-
What if he plays knight e4 here,
He
followed by
can
rook
play
takes
knight
f4?
e4. You're very correct.
Yeah.
Now, if he plays knight e4, I play knight takes c6.
Hitting his queen, gaining a
Hitting
vital
his
tempo.
queen.
Yeah,
Now
you've seen this.
he takes back with the pawn, b takes c6,
Yeah.
and now I take his bishop off on d6.
You notice the conspicuous absence of Tony Miles in this interview, of course. Carry on. Bishop takes
Can I
d6.
just say I think Tony's a very good player.
We'll say that
It's
later.
a shame he's never become world champion. But it's always next year. Go for it,
Well,
Tony.
I'm glad
go
I'm
for it.
wearing my crash helmet, supplied by
Now,
Greaves and
this
Grant.
position after bishop takes d6.
Yeah.
The point is, if he takes back with a knight,
Yes.
I take his pawn on d4.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's for the wine. And if he takes that with the queen, you take his knight
I
on
take
e4.
his knight.
And you still got him.
Yes, by the balls.
Oui, so on them important black squares, yes. So, folks, wait a minute, we're going to replace those pieces. White knight e5, black knight e4, black knight on c6, black pawn b7, black bishop d6, white bishop f4, and black never played knight e4, so we'll put that back onto f6. Spielman obviously thought of something better.
Spielman played queen e8.
Yeah, now threatening possibly knight e4, because the queen wouldn't be attacked.
Yeah.
Well, actually it doesn't, because the bishop might be then.
Now in this
Well, not so
position,
clear.
I was a little bit worried about my bishop on f4 being lined up in this rook on f8, where it is on prise.
Yeah.
So I decided to move it back one square.
Which square? One square.
To
E3
G3.
To G3. I see.
Oh god.
You'll get through it, Julian.
Now this position is actually quite interesting, because Spielman could have gained a clear advantage here.
Oh, that spoils it.
I'm sorry to say.
Oh, we don't want to put that in.
Oh,
Surely
okay.
you're winning all the... Okay, tell us, how could he have gained a clear advantage?
Well, he should play knight h5.
Come along, girls, sit down. You can learn something. You may
learn-
pick up
look.
a thing or two.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yes, Katie Kino, who's,
One of our up and coming.
well,
players.
not yet, but anyway. Yes, so we don't just have the strong players on the tape. We have all human life on our tapes. That includes Katie Keener.
Yeah.
So, Katie,
But only
what's your
just.
assessment of this position? Well, it's black to play. Can we have your opinion? We'll study it for a little while. That's all right. They want to laugh.
I'll give you a hint. Count the pawns up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 pawns for white. How many for black?
7.
7. Okay, so black's winning on material. Yeah. What do you rate? What do you rate the position? How do you rate the position? Yeah.
He's just got to have my help because I'm such a good chess
We're stuck. We need someone to help us out.
Right, I mean, just ask me, why not? Did you play this move? Right in?
Well,
No,
knight,
well, no,
we think,
we
in this
think-
position, as you so astutely pointed out,
Enough of
knight
the sarcasm.
h5 is the best move.
And that would give him a clear
And that would
advantage.
give him a clear advantage. But John Spielman, being a bit worried,
Why didn't he want to play it?
well, he was worried that after knight takes c6,
Yeah.
b takes c6.
Bishop takes d6, wins a
No,
piece.
sorry, no. After knight c6,
Queen takes.
knight takes
Knight
g3,
takes g3. Yeah.
f takes g3, b takes c6, knight g5, he would get checkmated.
Probably would.
But he wouldn't.
Why? What would he do?
Well, he goes g6 and he's hanging on by the...
You mean knight
Hero.
takes h7 does nothing?
no, it doesn't, I'm afraid.
You're right, it doesn't, does it?
No,
Because his queen's guarding g6.
that's right.
So you're really in trouble.
In fact, analysing... So we've had some instructional analysis. There's a person... Oh, I'll be quiet.
Okay, well, we'll leave Katie now, who's given her opinion, I think.
And a very useful one, I might add. Knight rook.
Was it?
Refutes the whole line.
Knight h5. Well, let's see what Spielman did.
Spielman played a very bad move here. I got the impression that he was threatening against.
Threatening.
He looked in trouble. He was worried.
He was worried, yeah.
I got him worried. He went bishop d7, which is a pretty stereotype move. And now I have a chance to get my piece back. I played knight takes
You mean
c6.
your pawn back?
My pawn back, sorry.
Yeah.
Knight takes c6. He must play bishop takes g3.
It's white.
Knight c takes d4.
Yeah.
Now bishop d6.
Well, it's the same in any game.
And this position is still clearly better. John Spielman's just come along here.
Yeah, actually, we would like John to comment on this critical moment in the game, where, according to according to young Julian, knight h5 would have been
This is
given.
best move you know, but I was frightened. I am coward. I did not understand.
I never thought I never thought that Spielman would be frightened.
This is best move. Maybe you should play rook before knight. I do not know.
Rook before knight?
It's interesting, actually. No, I don't know. Maybe you can play rook e1 before knight f3. It's rather important.
You mean bishop d?
Oh yes, of course.
No, you do not think.
Can I just say that John Spielman is not as stupid as he looks, or I look, for that matter.
Ah, because the knight on it, the queen would have. Well, I'm not so sure. Anyway, let's continue with the game.
Pose the great thinker.
Bishop d7, knight takes c6.
It's just about
It took on g3. You took back on d4 from the knight on c6.
And then he went bishop d6.
You went bishop d6.
And now I proceeded to blockade on e5. I went rook a.
Let us say it as an apology, my grammar was wrong in this little burst of Russian, for which I apologise to all listeners who may notice still.
Anyway, rook
famous
a
Russians
e1.
will be buying this tape.
Rook
Don't
a
worry.
e1.
Rook a
Queen
e1.
h5.
Yeah.
And now I played h3, which is a good move. It's just always nice going to g4 and checkmating.
Yes, it nullifies
Rook
his attack.
e8. And now knight e5.
Once again,
This is blockade.
shades of Hodgson Arkle.
Yes.
So you still got the blockade.
Can we just ask the audience what they think of this position?
The audience.
First of all, Katie Keener, what is your opinion?
When I get back, they'll all say, we leave it.
Yeah.
So, wait.
What about, what's your name, young man?
No, I can't.
Pardon?
Samson.
Samson Lowe, what do you think of the position?
Well, quite take the bishop.
Do you know, with the knight at e5, then the whole point of a French is to play e5. And so
Why doesn't he play on move 1?
Delayed advance. Let's continue with the epics.
Well, you see, the thing is, whatever people say, John Spielman is a born hacker, right? He's not prepared to go in the ending with someone as masterful as me.
So what did he
So
do?
he keeps the queens on, and plays Queen h4.
I've never actually won an endgame against you, have I, Julian?
No, you always beat me in the opening, or the middle game.
No, I remember winning an ending at 4-0 against you in one British. I can't remember which one it was.
Well, you usually beat me, that's what I remember, John.
So do I. It gives me enormous pleasure.
I can say this game also gave me enormous. And as you probably noticed, I don't know whether you do, you see, this is a very sneaky move because John wants to
threatening
try
queen
and
takes
check
knight.
He's threatening queen takes knight.
Yeah.
But I was on the ball today. I defended it.
c3. Pawn to c3 was played by Julian.
By going there, I prevented King H2, which was a piece of
Ah, because of King h2, yeah, blah, yes, bishop takes knight, knight g4 check was going to be good, yes, excellent.
Right. So,
After c3,
bishop c8 from John.
Revel.
And now I had a long think. Now, I must say, for me, thinking is a struggle. And I found this a struggle. But I came up with a good plan. Because you see, it's very important.
How was the state on the clocks, by the way, at this moment?
We both spent an hour. Probably about both spent about an
In
hour.
case he ever takes it.
Yes, he's moved a bishop out. It's a good move.
So this knight is now free to move, you see?
Yeah.
You've been about an hour each, yeah?
About
No
an hour
being time
each.
trouble.
And now, the thing is in this position, basically, white's pieces are on their best squares.
Yes. So
His knights are on their best squares, bishop's on its best square, queen's on a good square, and the two rooks are quite nicely placed.
you played a3.
But in this position, you see, really, black's only got one weakness, pawn on e6 and the e5 square.
Yeah.
And to win, you've really got to create weaknesses all over the board. And so I came across this plan of trying to create weaknesses on the queen side. So I first of all, you can learn here.
Yeah, watch pages, it's instructive, yes.
So what I did was I
We want
played
to make
knight
something of you.
D,
No, pay attention.
and this is subtle because I'm attacking his queen. He might not
yeah.
notice, but he
Yeah.
did. He went queen h5, and now I played queen e3. And this is a key move.
Threatening the pawn on
Threatening the
a7.
pawn, he must do something about this. And the point is, either move of the pawn, either a6 or b6, will create weaknesses on the queen side. And so the idea is you try and weaken them on the queen side, get him to defend the queen side, and then try and hit his other weakness. You've got to try and, you see, one weakness he can defend. You've got to try and create at least more than one, like 2 or 3 weaknesses, and then they'll have problems. And so this is the point of queen e3, to try and create weaknesses in this position. Because my pieces have reached their ideal post, so I have to sort of expand on all the parts of the board. So he played a6.
Was he visibly threatening here again?
Well, it's very difficult, John, because he's always threatening. John has this habit of sort of shaking the table. He goes like, well, I don't know, I can't tape it on tape.
Can't do it on a tape, no.
Can't do it on a tape. So I went Queen B6.
Ah, yes, coming in.
And you'd have played B6.
Well, then A4, A5 could have been awkward, yeah?
Yes, possibly. But B6 might be better, actually.
Yeah, this lets him in a bit.
So I'm attacking his bishop, and John's he's a grandmaster. So he saw that it was on prees.
Didn't miss it. Yeah, he is a grandmaster.
And he retreated it, which is a good move.
Back to B8.
Now, you see, some people would think, ah ha 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 ha, I've won a pawn with bishop takes A6.
I didn't think of.
But
Didn't
I'm not
actually
an
see that.
international master for nothing.
Wait a minute, can't you win a pawn? By bishop
I'm not so
A8?
sure. Actually, I've just seen something.
So bishop takes A6.
No.
What happens? Knight E4?
No. Bishop takes C6. If bishop takes E5, rook takes, hitting the queen, as Mr. Ward points out.
Yeah.
Well, I could just say he's drawn with me in a practical game. Should have won.
Tim
Bishop
Wall,
takes
yeah.
E5, but unfortunately, Knight E4 puts a spanner in the works.
Gives a lot of problems to white. He's got a knight on E5 on Frizzy,
Poor bishop's
and
hanging.
a bishop's hanging a bit.
Really, I didn't fancy that against a renowned tactician like John Spielman.
Yes,
So,
I'm glad you avoided that.
Tony Miles has just made a comment, a fair comment. What happens if you move the knight on E5? Well, where do you move it, Tony?
I don't know.
G4?
Tony is, of course, in need of a bit of instruction.
Well, it's very worrying, Tony. I mean, you know, he's got rook takes F3, maybe knight G5.
Rook takes F3, maybe bishop E2.
It's dodgy. It's dodgy move.
Yeah, I see.
I think Tony Miles is spoiling my brilliancy here. You better be quiet for the rest of the game.
It is tape is recording. Just prove it is. But anyway, carry on.
Right, so I saw that one, and now you see in this position. Oh dear. Right, rook E3 to get my other rook into the game.
Yeah.
You see, to get this run into the game. Now he went rook D8. He went rook D8 to play D4, I think. Queen D4.
Good thing you're not doing an interview.
He plays D4.
Rook D8.
Bishop C7 to play rook D6 and bishop B6.
Yes.
A4.
This is the most interesting part of the game, where they're sort of jockeying for position.
That's correct.
It's a fascinating stage of the game.
You have
Two
an
great
astute
players in
understanding.
action.
Yeah.
Let's see how it went. Anyway, carry on.
Rook D6 to threaten bishop B6. Queen C5, attacking his bishop on C7.
Preventing bishop B6.
Yep.
Because the queen takes rook.
Yep.
Yes.
Knight
Very
E8,
sharp.
defending the bishop.
Still threatening bishop B6.
And I just calmly played rook E1. Rook FE1.
You mean he can't play bishop B6?
No, because I played queen takes C8.
Ah, yes, because now the knight blocks the defense.
Can I just say that John... just say that John Spielman hadn't actually seen it.
He hadn't, no.
Yeah.
He
So
was.
John attacked my queen
Yeah.
with B6, and I saw it. And moved my queen to D4. Can we just have a quick notice how beautifully centralised the white pieces are?
I think the control of the black squares, as one will tend to get against the French defence, you've got to aim for black square control, because the French defence puts all the pawns onto white squares, blocks in the white square's bishop. So Julian is playing classic style by loading his pieces on these outpost squares, where they cannot be attacked by the enemy pawns.
Jeez, you're a good man.
Excellent. Now, Black's played B6. Now, how did you roll him
went
up?
Queen D4,
Yeah?
B5, and that's creating pawn weaknesses. He's threatening bishop B6,
Yeah.
so I went Queen B4.
Fantastic.
Pawn
Fantastic.
takes A4,
Yeah.
Queen takes A4, Rook B6, and I played a very good move. Knight D7.
That's
Forking
really
his two
putting the
rooks.
boot in, that is.
Bishop takes D7, Queen takes D7,
No,
And
it's
suddenly
E6 is weak.
E6 is weak.
E6
so
is
he
weak.
played bishop b8.
And he's
the
got
point
no
is,
time to capture your pawn on B2 either.
No, because if rook takes b2, I play queen takes e6 check, king h8, and
Yes.
queen takes e8.
Rook takes queen, you lost a queen.
Rook takes rook check.
Oh yeah, back rank mate.
Yeah.
Neat.
And that is Kathy Forbes.
No, that is not Kathy Forbes, it's just a picture of Kathy Forbes. Kathy Forbes is at the moment in a restaurant in London somewhere, serving the wine.
Anyway,
Couldn't
Kathy,
get into the
back to the
championship.
game.
Right, queen takes D7.
And that's Neil Carr.
Neil Carr, yes.
Bishop b8.
Bishop to B8.
I'll give my advice later on.
And
Thank
Katie's
you.
gone.
Bye, Katie. It was nice having you. Well, maybe it will be. I don't
B4.
know. Okay, B4.
And now,
He's got dirt on his brain. Dirt on the brain.
And
Knight
in his
F6.
glasses, yes.
Knight f6.
Knight F6.
Queen e7.
Queen E7. Yes.
I noticed the e-pawn's very weak.
It's been weak for quite a long time. Queen E7. Yep.
Rook c6, which is a mistake, because John hadn't seen knight d4. The point being, if rook takes c6, bishop takes h7 check, and
Oh,
then
this
rook takes c3.
is really awful. Yes. He's really sort of reeling with the punches at the moment.
So he went rook e8, attacking my queen. I just ignored my queen and played knight takes c6.
A bit of applause for Queen Sacrifice. Beautiful Queen Sacrifice.
Rook takes
Fantastic.
e7,
Yeah.
knight takes e7 check, and now black is under the cosh. King f7,
King F7.
knight c6, and now I must say I was feeling very happy. I was a happy man. I saw beating Spielman on the horizon. Bishop f4, desperation. Rook takes e6, bishop d2, rook
He's
e7
fighting,
check,
but there's nothing left. There
King
just isn't
F8.
anything left. King
rook
F8.
1 e6,
Oh, they're all coming in now.
queen d1 check, bishop
Desperate.
f1, bishop takes c3,
Now, how did you wind them
rook
up?
d6 resigns.
beautiful.
Rook d8 is unstoppable.
You really lawn mowed him there.
Thank you.
Excellent game. Well, Julian, that was a marvellous example of power
Anyway,
play.
can I just say what a good player I think John Spielman is? Probably our most creative and talented player in England. Thank you.
Okay, British Championship 1984 Brighton. Brighton is a very good venue for a tournament, much better than that awful Torquay. Well, today we've got another first timer, and this is the British Under-14 champion, whose name is
Dale James.
something James, and you'll be hearing a lot more of him. He's going to go over one of his games, which he played, the last round game against Hacker the Thacker. So, fire away, Mr. Jones? James? Well, okay, come on then.
I was white and I played e4. He then played d5 against me.
Carry on.
I exchanged the pawns, e times d. He played queen takes, d pawn. Knight f3, knight f6.
Yeah, you should have played e5, shouldn't he? Against knight
Yeah,
f3.
e5 would have been better.
Yeah, because your knight f3 is inaccurate. Never mind. No, you played knight c3.
Knight c3, queen a5.
Couldn't speak anything at all. You were dumb.
I then played bishop e2.
Bit passive. Don't want to play d4, do you? Now what do you play? Knight c6? e5?
He then played bishop f4,
5?
f5,
Bishop f5.
bishop g5 rather.
Bishop g4.
4.
Okay.
I castled.
Yeah. By the way, Mr.
James.
James, what part of the world are you from?
I'm from Manchester.
Manchester.
Oldham.
Where did you learn your chess?
Well, I was taught by a teacher called Mr. Williams
Mr. Williams, what at your school?
at my junior school.
Is he a well-known teacher, or he just happened to teach you?
Yeah, well, he's not well known, but
He taught me
When did you start getting interested in chess?
when I was about 9.
And when did you start getting good?
When I was about 9.5.
9.5. Why? Were you sort of the under 12 British champion and things like that, or is this your first big success?
Well, I have won the Lloyds Bank as well before, under 14.
I see.
I've now won the British.
What's your current grade?
Well, tournament grade says 137, but in Manchester it's 156.
I see. Okay, let's continue. White's castled. What did black do now?
Black then played E6. I then decided to play D3.
I see.
Black played C6, and I played. I can't remember what I played as well.
You better remember.
I hope I can.
So do I. Bishop D2.
Yeah.
Yeah? So what do you do? Move his queen or ignore it? I guess, or you play knight D7. Do you play queen C7? Must say I quite like black's position here. No. It's pretty good.
What's wrong?
Yeah, I like black's position.
Why?
Yeah, okay. Why? Because he's okay. Okay, what happened?
Played Bishop D6.
That's looked really crummy. Can't you play knight E4, discovering on the queen, followed by knight takes bishop check, winning the two bishops?
I played what?
Can't you play knight E4, discovering an attack on the queen, and then knight takes D6 check, gaining the two bishops? Well, you didn't play it. Okay, what happened next in this position?
I missed that, did I?
Maybe you played moves in different order. I don't know.
Played Queen is my move, isn't
It's
it?
your move, yeah. So you
Pawn
played
A3,
pawn A3. Quiet, yeah.
Queen C7.
A threat of bishop takes F3 and bishop takes H2 check. I guess, yeah.
Pawn H5.
No, it's white to play. Did he play pawn H3? No, you play knight E4 here.
E4.
That looks like a blunder because he can win a pawn now.
It's really bad. Knight takes. I'm sure it's not in this order. Pawn takes knight.
Yeah.
Pawn H5.
Okay. So in some sort of order this happened, viewers, listeners. I think he could win a pawn here, but anyway, maybe we got the order wrong. H5 happened anyway, right? Knight takes E4, D takes E4, H5. What happened next?
My move, isn't it?
Yeah, your move.
Rookie.
Rookie 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've lost and forgot. Oh, what?
You forgot. Well,
You'll have to read
I
what
think
I
this
picked.
just shows the difference between a British champion and a mere British under-14 champion. He can't even remember the game he played today. Well, wait a minute. Just introducing you now to Joe Gallagher, who's one of the most brilliant players in the British Championship. He had Joe Gallagher.
How do you spell that?
No need to spell it, just the name. Joe. Smoking Joe Gallagher. And he gets through a lot more cigarettes than anybody else in this tournament. Oh, right, yes? Let's have a fact. In fact, he's probably the only player in this tournament whose games are worth paying for. There are no matches, there's no light.
No light.
It's empty.
Someone get mine for the light.
Alright, it is. Right, Joe's going to go over his game against Johansson, which I thought was a really fantastic game, and those combinations, they really fly. Okay, over to you, Joe, let's hear it.
The game started 1 E4, C5, Sicilian defence, knight to F3, pawn to E6, D4, pawn takes pawn, knight takes D4, and now knight to C6, knight C3, A6, the time Arnold variation. And now white played knight takes C6, B takes C6, and now E5, which is just an idea trying to.
Isn't it moving moving a pawn too many times in the opening.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is to gain space and maybe, you know, mate black later. And when he's forced to play d6, he could be left with these weak pawns in the end game.
Yeah,
if nothing else.
Maybe
So,
weak black squares, of course.
maybe weak black squares,
Yeah.
yes. So black played queen c7 in this position.
Yeah, threatening the pawn at
Threatening the pawn
e5.
on e5, so white defended it with f4.
Very logical.
And now black tried to break up the spine on the dark square, played d6.
f6, of course, is better, but no,
f6 is possible, but, you know.
must be
not too
better.
good.
Must be better.
So
Get
now,
up a side pawn for
well, I
centre.
don't know.
Okay, d6.
Anyway, white took on d6, he takes d6, bishop takes d6, and now white played knight to e4.
Appears to lose a pawn, Joe.
Yeah, but what happens after bishop takes f4, bishop takes f4, queen takes f4, white doesn't play knight d6 check after king e7 is nothing, but he plays queen to d4, threatening knight d6 check, winning the queen, and also threatening queen takes g7. So black's reply is forced, pawn to e5, and only now white plays knight d6 check, king e7, queen takes f4, e takes f4, knight takes c8 check, rook takes c8, and bishop takes a6 with a very, very good endgame.
I see, having a passed a
Well,
pawn.
white's 4-2 on the king side isn't going anywhere, while black has the passed a pawn.
Yeah.
Very strong white square
Yeah,
bishop.
I hope the listeners followed that because I'm not sure of the pieces. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So he didn't take on f4
So
with his
instead,
bishop.
he retreated the bishop to
Oh, hang on a
e7.
sec. Just Hebden. Mark Hebden. So black didn't take on f4. What happened
So
next?
black retreated his bishop to e7,
Yep.
and white just continues development, bishop to d3. And black played knight to f6.
Yep.
And white played queen to e2. Following the game, Karpov-Malinyuk.
Wow. You mean the great Karpov himself played this?
No,
game?
sorry, Malinyuk-Karpov.
Oh.
But Karpov
Okay.
struggled.
Karpov struggled.
Yep, so queen e2. And now black made a move which doesn't really seem to have very much to do with the position. He played rook to b8,
I see.
which seems like a bit of a waste of time.
Is this what Karpov played?
No, Karpov castle. But he also got the worst game.
I see. Hi, yeah.
So now what?
Hello, Mrs. Keener.
So white
Oh,
now,
we've got Mrs. Keener on the tape. That's marvellous. Just a word. Right, so black.
So
black
white now
rook
just
b8,
castle
right?
king
Castle.
side. And black also castle king side. Now white played pawn to b3.
Yep.
Taking the pressure off the b file, being showing the bishop.
These moves, they look so obvious, but of course they are.
You know, and now maybe black's best in this position is to play knight takes e4, queen takes e4, f5, queen e2, bishop to f6, rook b1.
Yeah.
And white has a slight advantage.
But black
But
can
not
hope.
too much.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Not too much.
You see Hansen played knight to d5 in this position. And now
Egging you on.
I consider bishop to b2, knight takes f4, rook takes f4, queen takes f4, rook to f1, but this wasn't quite enough, I don't think. Maybe
No.
enough for a draw.
Just seems to lose
So in
an
the end I
exchange.
played pawn to c4. And now black played knight to b4.
Really moving his knight into
And
a
now
good
bishop
spot.
to
Yeah.
b1. The point being, after f5, white just plays a3. fe, queen e4, threatening mate, threatening queen g6, queen h7, and the knight is also trapped on b4.
Yeah. I see. So you get the
So,
advantage out of that.
Yeah, it's very good for white. So now
Definitely.
Johansson plays
Black's bishop at c8 is looking miserable,
Yeah.
so he plays c5,
plays c5, giving
hoping
a square
now
for the
to
knight.
play bishop b7 and all his troubles are over. But of course Joe didn't give him the time.
So white now play bishop to b2, threatening bishop to e5, winning the exchange.
Nice, nice.
And black's best move in this position is pawn to f6, where maybe white can get a slight edge after queen to h5, threatening knight takes f6.
And so on, yeah.
Maybe. And g6, queen to h4, hitting the f pawn, queen to d8, defending it, and now maybe queen to f2, and the c pawn's under a lot of pressure.
I see.
And
Yeah.
white seems to be stand quite a lot better in these types of
I like
positions.
the sort of
Nice
smooth
move,
way you
weakening
play
the
on
dark squares
on both
first.
sides of the board. First the king side, then the queen side.
Anyway,
I'm sure it won't be long before Joe is an international master, along with other strong players.
Anyway, Johansson decided to play knight to c6, defending the e5 square, which was met by knight to f6 check.
Well, that's a staggering move. I mean, I gotta say that is staggering.
Yeah,
just slamming that knight in his guts
Well,
like
he
that.
must
That's
take this
incredible.
knight, otherwise his h7 pawn is dropping.
Yep.
And if he takes it with a pawn, queen to g4 check, king to h8, queen to h4 is mate in 1. Or 2 if he plays h6.
Yeah.
His pawn being pinned, you can't play f5.
Excellent.
So he takes it with a bishop. And now bishop takes f6. And if he doesn't take this bishop, then queen g4. It's going to be immense for white. Knight e7, bishop to e5 still wins the exchange.
Right.
So he took this off. G takes f6. And now white can play queen to g4 check, king h8, queen h4. And after f5 though, queen f6 check is only a draw. White hasn't got time to make. So I played bishop takes h7 check.
There's another stupendous sacrifice. Joe just sort of reels them off as though he's having breakfast. I don't know.
If king takes h7, queen to h5 check, king g7, queen g4, king h8, rook to f3,
and the lawnmower,
mate. And if king to g7 in this position, queen g4 check, king to h8, rook f3, and black can't stop mate. Rook h3 and bishop moves. It's just unstoppable.
Fantastic.
So in this position, he's forced to play king to h8. So now white continued, queen to h5.
A crude move.
A crude, yeah.
Currently mate in 2 with bishop move. If the rook plays to d8, then queen h6 is played.
Exclam, exclam, exclam.
Threatening rook to f3 and mate. So he must play knight d4. And then white has time to play rook a e1 to e3. Threatening bishop g8, king takes g8, rook g3 mate. And black is powerless against it.
Bishop elsewhere.
He can do nothing. So in this position, Hansen played rook to g8. And now I played rook to f3. So if rook g7, rook h3, and mate is unstoppable.
Definitely.
Yep.
It's amazing that Johansson can keep finding moves in this position.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he managed to last so long.
In this position, he played one important point is if he tries queen to d7, I play rook h3. Queen d4 check, king to h1, queen takes a1 check, bishop b1. Very strong.
Yes, made by both sides.
Yeah, it's one of the only 2 moves in the board.
So,
it's the better of the 2.
Johansson played e5 in this position. So the idea is, if I now play blocking the h3 square, so if I now play f5, then queen d7 has some point because it blocks the bishop coming back to b1. So you play queen d4 to g4 maybe.
Yeah.
So I played queen to h6, threatening 6 different mates in 1. So
6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I see, yeah.
But they're united by a common theme.
Yeah. So now rook to g7 is forced in this position. So
you play the bishop where
now he played rook g3. Rook g3 looking
now in
good
this position,
here.
rook to g3.
If rook takes g3, bishop g6 followed by alt. Yeah?
No, that's not clear because he runs away.
Oh, he runs away.
If
So
rook h7, queen takes f6 check is mate in 2, mate in 1. So rook takes g3.
before you play.
Now I just took back. And now in this position, white is threatening queen takes f6 check, king takes h7, king to f2.
You're also running king h2, rook h1, king
Well,
g1.
this is queen f6
Less
mate
beautiful, but
so he played e takes f4 in this position. So he'll have some checks, which could be quite embarrassing. So I played rook to e1. And now, threatening rook to e8, mate. So if black plays bishop e6, it's bishop g6 check, king g8, queen h7, king f8, rook takes e6.
beautiful, wins
So, and his other move, if he
Like
plays,
smashes in the eye of the beholder, yes.
black plays bishop to b7, white wins with rook e7.
Fantastic interference.
Unfortunately, when we check mate as well. Joe, shame that.
Shame.
Yeah, but rook e7
Spillman
was
just
the best
spoiled
way.
it. Yeah,
Rook
rook
e7
e7 is the
is
most beautiful.
Rook e7 was the move to be played.
You have 6 different mates in 3.
Yeah,
It
okay.
would be a bishop.
Yeah, you're right.
Bishop e4 is not good.
No,
enough,
only
no.
5, John, only 5.
Only 5, yeah.
Anyway, in this position he played knight to e5, but it's a bit lost by now. Queen takes f6 check.
He's
King
still
takes
got
h7.
extra material, but now the
Rook
rook
takes
takes
e5.
e5 with lots of threats.
Only
coming up
move
again.
bishop g4 to stop mate.
Yeah.
Rook g5, I
Now,
imagine.
well, rook e7 wins the queen, but you can take that later.
Yeah.
So queen to h4 check.
Have everything else off first.
King g7, queen takes g4, king to f8, and now queen to h5, threatening mate in 1. king to G8, rook G5, no, queen G5 check, king F8, queen H6 check.
Yeah, that's
mate.
it. Yeah.
And if F6, queen H8 to H7 wins the queen, so he resigned in his position.
Amazing.
Yes,
Did
beautiful
you see all
game.
that when you made your knight sacrifice?
Well, not the whole game, I must admit.
No, but
No.
played on intuition. I think that was a superb game, a really beautiful
The
game.
fact that you have perpetual check at all times detracts from it not a wit.
Yeah, I could always take the bottle out of the drawer, but no, it wasn't.
But all the same, you never considered that. Was your game against Bottrell any good?
Well, it was reasonable.
Let's see your game against Bottrell.
It was a bit dodgy against Bottrell.
A bit dodgy.
It wasn't that
It
good.
wasn't that good, okay. Now we have a rare occurrence on this tape. The actual sponsor of the tournament, who happens to like to play chess, Mr. Brew, John Brew, call him John. He's going to show us one of his games. I was watching it today. It looked a really hilarious encounter. So I'd like John to give us his account. Can you tell us the game? How the game?
You're going to shout the moves out. I'll make them for you.
Well, white played e4. Perhaps
E4.
no. Let's you
E4.
say the moves, okay?
E5.
E5. Can you speak up, Mr. Brew?
Bishop's opening.
Bishop C4.
Bishop. Right. Knight to F6.
And you're black in this game.
I'm black, yes.
Yeah, hitting the E pawn.
That's right. What would you do?
Well, I probably played D3.
Well, we played D4.
You played D4, aggressive player.
Yes. Move not in the books coming up now.
I think it is in the book. Oh, your move is in the book. Knight takes E4 by Mr. Brew, grabbing a
takes
pawn when he can. Pawn takes pawn by white.
Knight takes pawn
By black. That actually is
on
rather a cute combination. Knight takes F2 played by black. If king takes F2, you had planned.
pick up the bishop. Right.
Queen to H4 check with a fork.
That's
yeah?
right. And
But-
he made a very silly move, which was there.
Queen to D5. Why is that silly?
We
It
think he
seems
should
to.
have gone queen to F3.
Queen F3 threatens the knight
He can
and
check with the
checkmate.
bishop.
And scholar's mate.
Wow, yeah.
Yes.
So knight
He
takes
comes
F2
here.
wasn't so clever,
Right.
huh?
He goes queen to D5. We go queen to
Queen to H4.
H4.
Good. Now he doesn't mate you anymore.
G4.
But
Queen takes F7 check. And king to D8. Interesting encounter already. So what did he come up with now?
I'm trying
I think
to
he
remember.
played G3, didn't he?
He played G3.
He
Yes.
played pawn to G3, hitting your queen, and you moved in queen to E4 check.
Right.
And he played king takes F2.
Right.
Now, why didn't you take his rook on H1, Mr. Brew? Didn't you see it?
Yes.
So why didn't you take it?
Because of bishop checks.
Bishop G5 check.
Yes.
Yes. Good. Mr. Brew pointed out that Queen H rook is no good because of Bishop G5's mate. In fact, that's White's threat. So I presume he took steps against it.
We
Yeah.
went there.
Bishop C5 check, and there ain't many moves for black here, for white here. King F1. Now, on first sight, Rook F8 seems to win the white queen, but I
It
imagine
loses
white
the game.
would have a nasty
Because
surprise
of
in store.
there.
Bishop G5 check. Fantastic riposte.
Yes. So we had to go there.
H6.
Which
but
was
still,
no good. Question
no
mark
good.
move.
Question me whether there was a better move?
Because he could take it. Bishop takes pawn and wins the game.
Oh dear. Well, what else could you have done?
Nothing. I could
Well,
have,
then it
I,
wasn't
I
a
could
question
have gone
of-
knight to.
Knight C6.
Yeah. It
But-
was all very messy. We would have lost.
Queen takes G7,
Anyway, we
you'd have
went
still
there,
lost.
and he didn't-
H6, and he didn't see it.
No,
Well,
he-
momento. After Bishop takes H6, what's wrong with Rook takes 8? Queen G8 check, King E7. Queen takes G7 check. Queen takes
It's not looking
G7
too
check.
good then, is it?
King E8, Queen takes Rook. Queen takes Bishop check you've got then at the
Yes,
end of
it
that.
might be okay.
I suppose you are a few pieces down though.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yeah.
he
okay.
actually went here.
Knight F3.
Knight to F3.
And now you caned him with Rook F8. You didn't play Rook F8.
Yes, we did play Rook F8.
Rook F8, putting the screws upon him. Rook F8 was played, and
he couldn't really take it. He went.
He could have played Knight C. He went Knight C3 with a counter-attack on the Queen. A really
Yes.
exciting game, this. And you countered the counter-attack by going Queen D4, threatening mate on F2, possibly. Looks like a good
I'm trying-
idea.
except he would have taken it with the knight, wouldn't he?
Ah, yes, sorry. Where's that glass of wine? Well, okay, you went Queen G4.
No,
threatening.
when Queen takes pawn
Queen
on
takes pawn.
C2.
Well, you're obviously a better
Threatening
player
mate.
than me. I never saw
Threatening
that.
mate.
Queen takes C2, also threatening mate. I was trying to threaten mate, just didn't quite see how to get it going. So White's faced with mate and the Queen.
Yes.
So he resigned.
No, he didn't resign. He went Queen takes rook check.
Queen takes rook, slight desperation. Bishop takes queen. So what's he got for his queen?
He's not doing too
Very
well now.
little. No,
it's
he's
getting very
busted
messy now. It went on about 40 more moves.
There's a lot.
20
but
more moves.
eventually you caned him.
Yes, I can't quite remember now, but...
Did you win the tournament?
No, I didn't. I got 60%. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Well, that's pretty good. Is that par for you?
Yes, that's it.
Well, what's your normal grade?
About 140.
140. Well, how come you're so good at chess? Did you play in your youth at school or something?
That's right.
And then you gave up when you went into business.
But this is a typical quiet game for me.
This is your normal style. Well, I'm glad to see that Mr. Brew does enjoy his chess, and we certainly enjoy his tournaments. Thank you very much, Mr. Brew. Now, to close the tape, we're going to go through one of the epic encounters of the British Championship. This was played in the last round, and between myself and David Strauss, international master from America. Originally came from England, but he made his great improvement as a player in America. Now, I needed a win in this game to have any chance of a prize, and I didn't want to go home empty-handed after 2 weeks of work. So I determined to choose a line which would give me all the chances, a complicated game with winning chances for both sides. The only way to play. So my choice was, of course, to play the Grob opening. The game began White playing 1g4, and Black, as would be normal, decided to defy the wing advance by an advance in the center. He plays d5, White h3, e5, Bishop g2. This is familiar to all listeners of the Macho tapes. Black could now play knight c6. That's one of the critical variations, but Strauss chose the positional line c6, aimed at blunting the pressure of the bishop. Now, in recent years I've been playing d4 for White at this point, though I also consider that d3 could be possible in circumstances, followed by c4. But anyway, this move d4, I suppose it's my own invention. It gives a sort of position which resembles a French, and a Queen's Gambit, and a modern defence all mixed up together. Now, Black, as far as I can see, should play e4. The reason being is that White's knight on g1 is then difficult to bring into the game, because White does not necessarily want to go e3, blocking in his bishop. And the move bishop f4 followed by e3 has its disadvantages. This is a long-term problem that White needs to solve in the opening. But meanwhile, if White, of course, can collapse Black's centre, then everything will be okay and his knight will come out. If that doesn't happen, then things may not be too good. Now, this line has been tested quite thoroughly, but Strauss didn't play e4. He decided he wanted to play a more open game, so he played knight to d7. I've never had a very good opinion of this move, because I believe it gives White the chance of immediately reacting in the centre. White played c4, and Black naturally captured the pawn with d takes c4. In previous games I've captured on e5, and after knight takes e5 exchanged the queens, and gone for the endgame with the avalanche of white pawns on the king's side. And I had some early success with that, but then in a few quick play games I began to lose a few. So here I decided to choose a different line, a more active line, and played knight to c3 to keep the pieces on. Now Black played bishop to d6, White played knight f3, still developing with tempo, and Black plays knight e7. This was critical position again, I wasn't quite sure how to continue. It's possible to play e4 followed by bishop e3, and maybe then castling. It depends whether black is able to get control of those weak squares h4 and f4 before white managed to straighten out his pawns. In the game I chose to play knight e4, hitting the bishop, and he went bishop c7. Now I had a long think because I realized things weren't going too well. I wanted to play d takes e5, knight takes e5, and then capture the queens, and after king takes, play knight takes e5. But when black's bishop comes to e5, this isn't that good for me. In fact, I think probably best, after black had taken knight takes e5, was to exchange the queen, and then not take on e5 the knight, just play bishop to e3. The point of that being, if black then plays knight d5, white will castle queenside, pinning the knight at d5, and then be able to bring his bishop to c5, giving black quite some development problems. Well, this line then was not tested because I didn't see it on the board. Instead I played bishop to g5, he played f6, I went bishop back to d2, and now everybody got a go in the center. He played e takes d4, I played knight takes d4, he played knight e5, discovering an attack on the knight at d4, I played bishop c3, and he played knight to d5. And we reach a really exquisite position with 4 knights right in the middle of the board. Now I played queen to d2. I don't mind too much him taking my bishop on c3 because I will still have lots of knights in the center. Now queen d2 doesn't actually stop knight f4, which he played, knight f4, because I can't take it because he then plays knight to d3, discovering a check and winning my queen. All the same, I don't really think knight f4 was the right move, because all he did was to play knight f4, and I played rook g1. At first I was going to play bishop f1, but this led to certain disasters after c5, followed by knight d3 check and knight f3 check, winning my queen. So rook g1, he played knight takes bishop, I played rook takes knight. And I consider that this was really a waste of time for him. Even though he got my bishop, I still had another strong bishop, and he lost his strong knight. Rook takes g2, he played queen d5, bringing his queen right into the middle. I played queen e3, he castled, and I played rook d1. There are threats of discoveries against his queen, so he put a pin on my knight by rook d8, and now I can't move my knight without losing the rook. So I moved the rook up to d2, rook to d2, and he played bishop b6, putting another pin this way on the knight on d4. So now I definitely cannot move that knight. On the other hand, I still have this, central mass of pieces, and he still has his bishop at c8 and his rook at a8, difficult to get into the game. So the position is not very clear. I played f3 here, and I was hoping after f3 I had plans of playing g5, and if he played f5 I'd play knight f6 check. This move wouldn't have worked because if my pawn was on f2, because he'd have taken my rook. I was expecting him to play king h8 here, when g5 just doesn't work after f5, but then I'd have gone maybe h4, h5, h6. As it happened, his nerve cracked, and he went into an endgame here with knight d3 check, e takes d3, bishop takes d4, bishop takes d4, queen takes d4, queen takes d4, rook takes d4. Now I played I played pawn takes on c4. This actually regains my pawn. He played rook takes d2, and now miracles the other rook, white rook on g2 takes his rook, and white ended up with the superior endgame. And as we have run out of tape, you'll have to find how white won with this classic space advantage from the Grob in the endgame.